The moment you wake up, your body is standing at a powerful metabolic crossroads. Your blood sugar has been quietly shifting through the night, your hormones are resetting, your muscles are slightly stiff from hours of stillness, and your metabolism is waiting for a signal, a clear message that it's time to wake up, burn energy, and stabilize the systems that control your blood sugar. Most people reach for coffee first. Some scroll on their phones, others rush straight into the stress of the day. But what if the most powerful metabolic switch you could flip takes only 10 minutes and requires nothing more than your own body? Morning stretching may look simple, almost too gentle to matter, but deep inside your muscles, something extraordinary begins to happen the moment you start moving. When you stretch, muscle fibers gently lengthen and activate. This sends signals to tiny metabolic sensors inside your cells known as AMP-activated protein kinase, sometimes called the body's metabolic master switch. Once activated, these sensors begin encouraging your muscles to absorb glucose from your bloodstream more efficiently. In simpler terms, stretching helps your muscles pull sugar out of your blood and use it as energy. For people concerned about blood sugar, insulin resistance, or weight gain, this early morning metabolic signal is incredibly valuable. After a night of fasting, your body is especially sensitive to movement. Even slow, controlled stretching can encourage better glucose uptake and improved insulin sensitivity for hours afterward. But the magic of this 10-minute routine goes even deeper. During sleep, circulation slows slightly and joints become stiff. Gentle stretching restores blood flow to large muscle groups, especially the legs, hips, and back. As circulation increases, oxygen delivery improves, cellular energy production rises, and your metabolism begins shifting from its overnight conservation mode into active energy burning mode. Think of it like warming up an engine on a cold morning. Now, imagine starting with one of the most powerful stretches for activating the entire posterior chain of your body, the muscles that run from your calves all the way to your upper back. Stand up slowly beside your bed. Place your feet about shoulder-width apart. Take a deep breath in through your nose, expanding your chest and abdomen. Then gently raise both arms overhead. As you exhale slowly, hinge forward from your hips and let your hands move toward the floor. Don't force the stretch. Let gravity do the work. Your hamstrings, calves, and lower back begin to lengthen. Hold this position for about 20 seconds. While it may look simple, this movement activates some of the largest muscle groups in your body. Large muscles consume more glucose when activated, which means even a gentle stretch here encourages your body to start using stored blood sugar. Slowly roll your spine upward, vertebra by vertebra, until you're standing tall again. Already, your circulation has increased, your muscles have awakened, and your metabolism has received its first signal of the day. Now take a step back and place your hands on your hips. Inhale deeply and gently arch your back, opening the chest toward the ceiling. This movement stretches the front of your body, particularly the abdominal muscles and hip flexors, which often become tight from long periods of sitting. Hold this position for about 15 seconds while breathing slowly. This stretch does more than relieve stiffness. Opening the front of the body stimulates the diaphragm and improves oxygen intake. When oxygen levels rise, your mitochondria, the energy factories inside your cells, become more active. More mitochondrial activity means greater energy production and a slightly higher metabolic rate. As you return to a neutral standing position, something subtle but important is happening in your bloodstream. Glucose transport proteins, known as GLUT4, are moving toward the surface of muscle cells. These proteins act like tiny doors that allow sugar to move from your blood into your muscles. And the trigger for this movement isn't intense exercise, it's movement itself. Even slow stretching can activate these pathways. Next, step 1 foot backward into a gentle lunge position. Keep your front knee bent and your back leg extended behind you. Place your hands lightly on your front thigh for balance. You should feel a stretch in the hip of your back leg. Hold this for about 20 seconds while breathing deeply. The hip flexors are one of the most overlooked muscle groups when it comes to metabolic health. When they remain tight and inactive for long periods, especially in people who sit a lot, they can restrict proper movement patterns in the hips and legs. By stretching them first thing in the morning, you restore mobility and activate muscles that help regulate glucose use during walking and daily movement. Switch sides and repeat the stretch. At this point, only a few minutes have passed, but inside your body, circulation has increased, muscle activation has begun, and metabolic signaling pathways have already started encouraging better blood sugar control. Now bring your feet back under your hips and gently roll your shoulders backward in slow circles. 5 rotations. Then 5 forward. This simple motion releases tension from the neck and upper back, areas where stress hormones often accumulate overnight. When these muscles relax, the nervous system shifts slightly towards a calmer, more balanced state. And that matters more than most people realize, because one of the biggest hidden drivers of high blood sugar isn't just food, it's stress hormones like cortisol. When cortisol rises in the morning, the liver releases additional glucose into the bloodstream. Gentle stretching combined with slow breathing helps regulate this response, preventing unnecessary spikes in blood sugar early in the day. Now bring your arms out to the sides and slowly twist your torso left and right in a controlled motion. Keep your hips facing forward while your upper body rotates. This movement activates the core muscles and stimulates the digestive organs. The pancreas, the organ responsible for producing insulin, sits deep within this region. Gentle twisting improves blood flow around the abdominal cavity, helping support healthy metabolic signaling. After about 10 slow twists, pause and take another deep breath. By now, your body feels warmer, looser, more awake. But there's one more stretch that brings everything together. Raise your arms overhead again and interlace your fingers. Now gently lean to the left, creating a stretch along the entire right side of your body, from your hip to your rib cage to your shoulder. Hold for 15 seconds while breathing slowly. Then switch sides. This lateral stretch activates stabilizing muscles along the spine and rib cage, improving posture and expanding lung capacity. With each deeper breath, oxygen delivery increases further, fueling metabolic activity across your body. And all of this has happened in just 10 minutes. But the real impact of this simple routine doesn't end here. Because once your muscles have been activated and your glucose uptake pathways have opened, your body becomes more efficient at handling blood sugar for hours afterward. When breakfast arrives, your muscles are already primed to absorb and use the incoming glucose rather than letting it linger in the bloodstream. Over time, this daily signal can gradually improve insulin sensitivity, support healthier metabolism, and even help regulate appetite throughout the day. It's not extreme, it's not exhausting, but biologically it sends a powerful message. Your body listens.